Hi there. I wanted to show you a way to make a detailed travel map that I find really helpful. I've tried a lot of sites from TripAdvisor, TripIt, Wanderlog, and I find that this one is the easiest. We are limited with Google My Maps to 10 layers, and I like to do a map for each day of my trip, and I find that to be very helpful. So you're going to start with your driving directions and planning your route, and then you're going to add your stops and customize each one to get that look. So you can go to mymaps.google.com and create a new map. And I will just show you briefly some of the first steps that you're going to take. So, first, you're going to put in your driving directions. And if you put your starting city and your ending city, it'll put a route on the map. Now, say that you are going to leave Portree going by Ellen Donnan Castle, but you want to take the ferry to go up there. You can pull your map like that so that it's going to be going on the route that you want to do. You want to do your research before you create this map, but know your hotels, the sites you want to see, where you want to go, but you can also be searching along here. So, for instance, I know I want to take the ferry there. I want to see the viaduct, and it's going to go right by there. I do want to see more of Glencoe, so I'm going to pull this over a bit just to give me that section. I know I want to see Castle Stalker, which is right here, so I don't need to add that. And I want to see this castle here. So I want to pull my route to take me as close as I can to get there. And I'm leaving from my hotel here. So assuming you have kind of your route planned out the way you want it to show up, then you can come over here. Whoops, undo that and add your stops. So under this untitled layer, if you click on it, you can just say stops from Oban to Portree. And you want to start putting them in. So to do that, you need to search on the map or you can scroll in and find what you're doing. So for instance, for your hotel, you can actually do a lot of searching on this map. But let's say you're staying at the Scott. You want to click add to map and it's going to show up as a stop. I like to edit my stop so it's not just a bunch of blue icons there. And you do that over here. So for style, for nighttime visits, I just put it in black and I put the little bed icon for a hotel. I'm going to edit it and you can put a lot of detail in here, but I'm going to say a 9 a.m. leave so that I know that's when we're checking out. I'm going to have my reservation numbers in here and any other detail. You can also add a photo. So saving that and moving on, I'm going to go to my next stop, which is the castle here. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to add that to the map. Again, I don't want it to just look like a blue dot. I've been putting my castles in royal blue. And if you click on more icons under places, there's a whole bunch you can do, but I've just been putting these little castles on, which I like. And I'm going to also put times in here. So you can click on view Google Maps and it'll pop up and you can click directions. And so coming from Oban, it's going to tell me how long it'll take when I'm driving. And in this case, it's only 10 minutes, but I'm going to do that for each stop so that I can plan the time. So if I wanted to check out, and I have to click this little pencil button here. If I wanted to check out at 9, I'm going to put this one at 9:15, and I want to explore around a little bit. So I'm going to give me till 10 o'clock. And I'm going to say I'm just going to take photos, no reservation, etc., so that I have those details in here. So you're going to want to go along and do that for each stop. As you get to more important stops like the ferry, you can look for the Ballig Ferry Terminal. And here, when I add it to the map, I might put it in more detail. So, choosing the color that you want. There's actually an icon for ferries. If you come down under transportation, there's a car ferry here. I'm going to add that. And I'm going to put a lot more detail in here. So I'll put, I think for this one, I have a 5:40 arrival. And I'm going to put it in caps so that I know to make sure to not miss that. And I will put, so for instance, like a 6:10 departure and a 6:55 arrival. And I'm going to put my confirmation numbers and all my details that I can in here so that I have it on the fly. So I'm going to go to a map that I've already created with this, but you get hopefully the gist of it. And that's how you're going to have your icons show up. One other thing that you will do that I find very helpful is to make your labels show up on the map. And to do that, under your stops, if you left click on individual styles, it automatically defaults to no labels. So you wouldn't know what it was. But I like to see it. So I put it on name and cross it out or X it out, and it'll have your name there. And that's also going to show up when you are on your iPhone and when you export it to Google Maps. So that's really helpful. Another thing, if you left click on these three dots, you can export the data to CVS, and you can also do that on your phone. So that's nice. It'll pull up a file. You can open it. And if you're good at inputting all your information, it's going to show what you put there, your times, your descriptions, your reservations, what you're doing, etc. So that's nice to have. I'm going to take you over to the iPhone now to show you what it looks like on your phone when you're actually driving and about, but I hope you find this part helpful. So if you go to your search engine and click on mymaps.google.com, you can select the planning route that we were just working on, and it will show up under mymaps.google.com with the driving directions, where you're going. It'll have a little name with the notes that you put in. Another interesting thing is you can go down to your stops and click export data to CVS and view it, and that will show you in a nice form here what you put in. So all your stops, all your times, all your notes, which I find very helpful. Going back, you can also open Google Maps at the top of your screen, and it'll show up in Google Maps with your custom route that you did, your custom icons, and the inputted names of times and locations and what you're doing. So I hope that's helpful. Again, I do one map per day for my trip, and I really find that it helps me stay organized. I hope you have a great time.